Can you take the championship from DNZ? This year, you can play our football pick'em on CBS Sports and compete against us in an option every week. Check the link in our Instagram bio, Fade Route Podcast, for all the details and to sign up. Then tune into the Fade Route every week until the Super Bowl for updates and standings. Bring it on.
Let's run the option and give you our picks for the week. It is the option part 2. This time, we're talking about the college bowl season. It is our bowl movement, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go over each and every single bowl until we get to the big playoff ones on New Year's Day. We're going to start at the beginning, naturally. Saturday night. Saturday morning. Because of course, 11 a.m., perfect time for a football game. The Myrtle Beach Bowl, Georgia Southern versus Ohio. Who you got?
Yeah, I'll take Ohio, the Bobcats, right?
Ohio Bobcats.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I am going to go. That's the thing about these, right? It's all neutral site. The season's over. You can get healthy. You can get whole. Just to be a contrarian, I'm going to take Georgia Southern. You know, it's a 55% predictor that Ohio's going to win. We'll see what happens. Look out for Bryn, the quarterback of Georgia Southern. He put up some decent numbers. We'll see what he can do in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. God, that sounds fantastic. Myrtle Beach this time of year. Shout out to Myrtle Beach. Shout out to Yucca Beach. The Cricket Celebration Bowl. Howard versus Florida A&M at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Florida A&M on this one. Howard just doesn't come up to me as a strong powerhouse in football.
Not particularly. 6-5 compared to Florida A&M's 11-1. So Musa, the quarterback for Florida A&M, not bad. Jennings, they have not a bad running game. We'll see what happens, but I'm gonna go with you with Florida A&M. The R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Jacksonville State versus Louisiana.
Yeah, we'll go Jayville State. Honor Dion.
There we go. So, the Gamecocks versus the Raging Cajuns. I am gonna go with Louisiana. I think that their quarterback, the quarterback for Jacksonville State, 5 touchdowns, 6 picks for the year. That's it. And I think that it's going to be relatively evenly matched, but the difference is going to be under center. Raging Cajuns take this one. Your Avocados of Mexico, Pure Bowl. Miami of Ohio versus Appalachian State.
Take Appalachian State. They like upsetting teams, right?
That they do. I'm going to go with Miami of Ohio. ESPN has it as a very slim margin of victory for Appalachian State. And I can see why. Aguilar has had a fantastic year, almost 3,600 yards, 33 touchdowns, 9 picks. I'm going to roll with the Red Hawks of Miami of Ohio. The FBC the Isleta New Mexico Bowl. The New Mexico State versus Fresno State.
Oh, I'm taking New Mexico State, baby.
Taking the Aggies? Oh, yeah. So they are relatively evenly matched. I'm going to go with Fresno State just because they have a more diversified offense. The leading rusher for New Mexico State is also their quarterback. So that gives me some pause, like we usually have pause with Josh Allen. The LA Bowl, played at SoFi. UCLA versus Boise State.
Boise State.
It's a solid pick. It's definitely a solid pick. I'm going to go UCLA. They're very evenly matched. Advantage to Boise State on the ground. And I think that we're going to win one for the Pac-12. That is no more. Pour one out for the Pac-12.
Pour one out for the Pac-12.
Speaking of the Pac-12, we got another one. The Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Cal Berkeley versus Texas Tech.
Cal.
Again, a relatively evenly matched team. This is going to be a good game. I think that it's going to come down to the wire, and I'm going to take Texas Tech. Flip of the coin. 6-6 on the season, both teams. So this is truly a pick'em. Monday night. Check that. Monday afternoon. Because of course on Monday, the week before Christmas, you're going to play a game at 2:30 in the afternoon. What are we doing here, people? NCAA, what are we doing here? It's like afternoon playoff games in baseball. It just, doesn't make any sense. The famous Toastery Bowl. Western Kentucky versus Old Dominion.
Western Kentucky.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go with Western Kentucky as well. Quarterback is way more prolific. Granted, he has thrown double the amount of passes that the Old Dominion quarterback has thrown. So I think it's going to be closer than ESPN says right now. Western Kentucky is a 60.2% chance to win. I'm going to go with Western Kentucky on this. And our last bowl for this round of bowls. The Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. University of Texas San Antonio versus the Marshall Thundering Herd.
Oh, Marshall.
I don't know, man. Randy Moss ain't coming through that door. I don't know. I'm going to go with UTSA. Better quarterback numbers. Marshall does have him beat on the ground, though. So if the Roadrunners can get it going through the air, I think that they can beat the Thundering Herd. So I'm going to go with UTSA. That's all we got for this go round. Who you taking? Hit us up. FadeRouteMail@gmail.com. Slide in our DMs on IG at FadeRoute Podcast. Drop us a DM on X at FadeRouteDNZ. Time for us to run the go route. We'll be back next week with the next round of bowl picks.
Thanks for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you like what you heard and want to hear more, be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Rate us 5 stars, leave us a review, turn on subscription notifications, and tell your friends. Spread the word, spread it wide.